In the last episode, we sailed from Mackay to Whitehaven Beach in the Whitsundays and had a big adventure in the Hills Inlet.
Four knots, well, still sailing. So we're here on the south end of Whitehaven.
You can see a shark in the water close to the boat, and if we think back that Mark went into the water to rescue the anchor, that was not a good idea.
We only go around the corner to the other side of the lookout, the bay. We've seen quite a bit of Hills Inlet yesterday, of course, but this is Tong Bay. There are moorings out here. We're not sure if we can anchor. We would probably prefer to anchor. This line is already attached to the bridle hook, and I'll bring it all the way down there and then approach the mooring backwards. Marking and biting. Well, maybe we were better off going at high tide.
Het schijnt dat de Atlantische Oceaan ook niet veel warmer
Wow!
Hey, kun jij...
And we're on our way again. This time to Butterfly Bay. We let the mainsail down, it's only 10 miles, and just put the Jenniker out. Minho is there as well, behind us. Already going 9 knots, just on the Jenniker. Marijke's on the roll. Yesterday she made fish curry for us and Nino, and today we're gonna have banana bread. Kitchen princess. We're going to Monterey Bay on the right hand side, and afterwards to Butterfly Bay probably. Nino with the main up, 7.9. Bella Brisa, looks like it needs a breeze, 6.5. Why the beep? Would I watch 10 minutes of you filming your screen?
Exactly, like that. That's what you were doing. Outside.
How does this guy know? Is he actually been watching for 10 minutes or? This boat is doing about the same speed upwards, but without a jib, so it's clear that the engines are full on. It's not low tide, so we should be safe over double rock. Would like to put the drone up, but around the Cape we tend to be a bit careful. see all kind of white caps there around the cape. That's only 2 miles from here. I think we'll just put the engines on. And we furled in the Jenniker to be sure. This is Pinnacle Bay, and the next one should be Monterey Bay. Doesn't look like there's a buoy for us. Not big enough. We can't go on the little blue one. So no Monterey Bay for us today. And this Joyce just leaving. Yeah. So we're going to this buoy. Ready? Going backwards, put it on.
I think there was a big fish there where all the small fishes jumped out of the water.
Wat er nu gebeurde. Ja, of korter.
It's a bit of a worry that the strong currents in the Whitsundays, in combination with the wind, we are constantly hitting the buoys. And we don't know if we have to make it longer or shorter. We can't make it really short, that the buoy is exactly in the middle of the two hulls, because the line that is connected to the buoy is already too long for that.
Bouncing around a bit, as there's no wind yet. The buoy. It's always difficult when there's current. Where? It's even on the outside. Yeah, here it is. Yeah, that works. Going backwards now. Nice colors this morning. Today we are going to Reef. It's the whale season. They're traveling from Antarctica to North Queensland in this time of year. Do you think it would make sense to make a video just like this for an hour? Because I can sit here easily for an hour. So both on whale watch now? It doesn't matter. Well, the winds are getting a bit lighter. Only 28 knots of wind. He has his fishing line out, so it's good that we pass on this side. According to the book, you can see the pole at the entrance already from 5 or 6 miles. Ah, I see it there in front of us. You can see the Whitsundays from here.
Actually, Nino saw a whale. We sailed back to try and find it, but we couldn't find it, and even not with a drone. So we went into the reef.
So we're on the way back. Well, less special than we expected. But the corals were really damaged, not a lot of fish. Two strategies. We had both the Code Zero on. Nino changed it for the jib. And we kept Code Zero on and go as high as possible. It's 10 degrees. We should be faster like this in comparison to changing to the jib now. 1.5 miles behind Nino when we started. And now it's even the course. Oh, that's a bit lucky.
Even though the reef was a little bit disappointing, we had a beautiful sail back and forth reaching. Maybe when we go more north, it will be better.
Looks kind of busy at Butterfly Bay and the bay next to it as well. We decided to go through the Narrows and then anchor somewhere there. One of the options is what is called Langford Island here. Marika says it's called One Foot Island and we've been there before. You would almost forget that it's winter time here. Look at Marika with her Norway sweater on.
Yeah, it's out.
We were snorkeling on the reef and it was pretty fresh, to be honest. No whales today for us. Code Zero doesn't really like this, but we did go higher up and faster than with the Code Zero alone. And we put the Soylent up as well. Before sunset, and Nino should make it as well. Looks elegant. Expensive resort at Hayman Island. Doesn't look very nice, or is it me? Unless you pay more. Not convinced yet. Hij ligt aan deze kant, hè? De lijn, zie je hem? Hou van korte en heldere instructies.
And indeed, it's the place where we have been 14 years ago, and we had a walk over this sandbank too.
Today we just go from here around this point in Nara Inlet, very end. And we want to do some washing, and we have a little problem with the genset, sensor problem. So we are on the engine for once, and we're going 4 knots, and Nino is sailing, and I think their VMG is about 4 knots as well, because he was crossing just in front of us before. He's taking to keep a little bit more wind. That's sensible. I'm sure he has a lot of fun, because he likes to sail. As we all do, of course. It's not only wind, but we had a lot of current against as well. 5 minutes ago we went just 2.5 knots. It doesn't really help if you're tacking against the wind and the current. We turned into Nara Inlet, shut down the engines and so. The Solent will bring us to the very end of this bay. Well, it looks like an actual fjord. Like we're back in Norway. It's not a lot warmer, to be honest. Go all the way into the very end. Oh, echt? Hoi!
Nara Inlet is a beautiful and quiet place. After the bumpy nights that we had on the moorings the last couple of nights, we were very happy to be here on the anchor and have a completely quiet sleep.
So this was a cultural tour, just fit for me. 170 meters walk, and it's a nice lookout. We're in Nara Inlet now. It's a kind of a fjord here on Whitsunday Island. We are following Rob's good example and inflated the canoe. Thanks, Mario. The bottom that you repaired is still okay. Good job.
veel doen. It's very interesting to read that the Whitsundays 3,000 years ago was part of the mainland. And in the meantime, in all those years, the sea level rose so that now it is an island. I think in between the island and the mainland, the depth is around 30 meters or so. It has risen a lot in the last 3,000 years.
We left Nara Inlet on our way to Airlie Beach now, where we started our charter on Whitehaven more than 10 years ago. We're going to keep those 2 points there in the distance on our port side. It would bring us an Airlie Beach in an hour. Anchored here in Airlie Beach, 4 meters at low tide, and Nino is in doubt whether or not to anchor or to take a mooring, I guess. The boats in front of us are all on moorings, boats behind us are all on anchor.
In the next episode we are going to sail from Airlie Beach up north in the direction of Cairns.